Lunchbox is brought to you by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a Friday edition of the Lunchbox, Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We got special guests. It's part one of a double header.
Yes.
I am feeling much better than yesterday. I got a good night's
You look
sleep.
better. You really do.
Oh, I feel a million
You look like
times
Tiger
better.
Oh, no,
Woods
he was like
yesterday.
that story
And
yesterday.
as good as I look, I don't look as good as the woman
lovely
sitting
lady
to my
your
left.
left,
This is Kim Ruddy. She's been here before.
Yes, thank
Friend
you.
of the show. Welcome back, Kim.
Thank you. Happy
And-
to be back.
And, of course, we got Jeff T. for the Forest. Shocking turn of events here in the opener at Gulfstream. It looks like somebody misjudged the wire. What happened?
Oh,
Defo? Did
I don't know. It's really tough to determine. But this horse, Ramsey Pond, was going to win the race, then kind of took a weird step as if the shoe was riding and misjudged the wire and then came on again. But the 4 goes on the inside and passes him. I'm not saying there should be an investigation because I had to fight, but
You just said there should be an investigation.
The jockey checked that early, kind of like me on the show yesterday.
Man,
I was just aching for the finish line, but we got there yesterday, and now
Yeah.
I am primed for a 2-part doubleheader.
Well, I'm glad.
And we're here. with our
the Ruddy
usual-
woman could inspire anybody to make it through with like
Pretty
an hour
much.
of food show. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah. Well, and I
she's got
told
this salad working like you do. I mean,
We've got
very similar tastes here.
part
Yeah.
one here at 10 Palms at Gulfstream, and we're going to be joined by Joe Beja, Executive Director of Hospitality, later to talk about all the goings on here. We got live racing today, tomorrow, and Sunday this weekend. And this Sunday, a very big day for us at the Lunchbox, our seasonal Lunchbox Brunch Bash right here at 10 Palms. If you want to get in, I've extended the deadline till 5 p.m. today. So if
Okay.
you're watching and you
Was there a reason for that? You're not usually
Yeah,
this
but very free
philanthropic
with,
about things.
trying to get more people in and get more revenue in the door because
There you
He
go.
stares at his computer, and as soon as it hits like 59, boom, you're shut off.
that's the contest. The contest, I'm a meanie.
Boom.
But when it comes to getting more people under the tent, we're a big tent here. We're unifiers, Defo.
yeah.
And we want all kinds. And it's family friendly here. So if you want to come on out, just
Yeah, it's
email
great.
me at mikemayoeats@gmail.com by 5 o'clock today. Right now, our count is somewhere hovering between 32 and 35.
Oh, nice.
And it actually looks like more than half of them are going to be paying guests.
Nice.
We're going to have
That's
some.
unusual for our friends.
You're king of the schnorrers here. We've got the show talent.
Nearly half are paying. That's
Taking
got to be
care
a
of it.
record.
Wow, that's impressive.
Joe Beja going to be able to handle that at the cash register?
But we've got all kinds of other good things going on besides that this coming Sunday. Today we're doing a doubleheader, so we're here, and then at 3:30 p.m. we're going to be making our Lunchbox debut with our friend Mark Falsetto at a place that he is a partner in with the great Anthony Bruno, and that would be the Anthony's Runway 84, the hot spot in Fort
Yum.
Lauderdale.
Yep.
They do a Friday lunch service, and we're never able to get in there for lunch on Friday because of our commitments here. But Mark Falsetto, gracious enough, said, hey, come on out in between the lunch and the dinner. So we're going to call it a Linner edition of the Lunchbox.
There you go.
They open at 4 o'clock with happy hour in the bar, and then they start serving dinner service at about 5 o'clock, I think, over there. So we're going to be checking out. Come on out if you want to have a happy hour drink. Well, I don't know if they have happy hour per se, but it's always happy.
Place is
early
probably
drink.
going to be locked up like a drum. What are you talking about?
No, it's open.
And they get
Oh,
the
that place
deadbeats
is
that are still
amazing.
hanging around from lunch out
Yeah,
the door. And then, the early bird special people. Is it still the early bird? They haven't been there since
Wait, so-
1958.
Okay, that's
So-
like me.
so
I'm
let
an
me-
early bird.
Yeah, she is. Let me ask you a question. So you send a text, and it was to Defo and myself, so not sure who you were targeting, but you out of nowhere, I don't think we had heard from you the entire morning. We received a text that said, no, what was it? No hats and no shorts.
No
And I'm
baseball
like,
caps.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Well, I know Defo usually likes to dress, South Florida casual,
But
especially in,
in this
the
case,
summertime.
I know the story there. So,
So let me ask
okay.
you.
I
Well,
would
you're
going
going
to
to show proper
jeans.
respect. You
Well,
gotta show
Yeah, and
respect.
like I said, I even have like a better shirt, but it was like so hot outside.
No, it's hot
I
as
didn't
hell.
think I would make it from the car without passing out.
You're wearing black.
Yeah, that's not better.
I'm
Well,
wearing.
I attended a funeral earlier this morning. My own was
Yours?
scheduled. Yeah.
So let me ask you. I know night they do have that. So their lunch, I know they open for lunch.
They call it the
same-
Friday Power Lunch.
It's
yes.
the same dress code, or
They are a respectable people over there. You know, Mark Falsetto.
I'm just
We've
curious.
sat with him at Taco Craft, Pizza Craft. You know, those are
Yeah,
a
he's
little
great.
bit more casual spots. Anthony's Runway 84. They put it right there on the website that they have. You know, that they business casual, they call it. They don't get too carried away. They understand people a lot of now have these fancy designer sneakers, and they have some nice designer
Don't
jeans.
show up in a tracksuit
Just-
like you're hanging out at the Bellagio. You know what I mean?
You know,
It's
they don't
not your
want
Sunday wear.
shorts. They don't want baseball caps.
Yeah.
They don't want the sleeveless tank tops, or as they used to be known by
Tampa?
on PC. Yeah.
You don't want you showing up
Yeah.
like you live in Tampa.
But you know, and I always want to show the proper respect
Yeah, of course.
there, and I know we're going to have a great time. But that's later today, and
Yes.
we'll replay that show next week
Did,
sometime. We're gonna.
did Val give you this when you left today? You're wearing that?
I
I
haven't.
think you
How
look
many
nice,
times have
actually.
you
He
said
actually
that in
looks
your
nice.
lifetime? You're wearing that.
My wife says it to
Never.
me
She
regularly.
actually got me this shirt.
I already know what's coming.
My
know.
wife says it to me regularly. To be
Every
honest.
day.
Tim wears the same thing every time we go out.
I'm
So
not even dressed yet. I'm like in my birthday suit, and a woman will
You're
say,
wearing that?
"You're wearing that."
I'm still high off the euphoria of the Stanley Cup victory by the Panthers.
I don't
and
blame you.
Val actually got me this shirt. I think it's a
So
very
she- so
respectable
she's-
shirt.
No, you look good.
Yeah.
I
by
mean,
normal
Shirley's good.
standard-
No, when we
yeah.
go out, I dress fine. But whenever we go to do shows, Shirley's always like, "You're
You're wearing
going to
that?
work wearing that?" I'm like, "We're just doing it." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You're on video." I'm like, "Who cares? I'm on video." My mother-in-law is actually watching, so thank you, because she's on her game. Your daughter,
Yeah.
wherever
Yeah,
we
she
go,
is.
when it's work-wise, usually we're going to Wiki, we're going to fine places, but they don't care what we wear.
Yeah, you don't need a
She
tuxedo.
always gives me crap. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's Tuesday at like 1. Like, what do you want me to wear?
I
Always-
just want to
always
stay
a-
cool at this point in the day.
Always an unflattering comment coming right after that. Also,
Yeah.
like, you're wearing that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We won't be
Or
speaking all the way to the
Exactly.
destination.
I'll come downstairs and he'll go, "Wait, do I have to change?"
Yeah,
You look great. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, "What do you mean? Why do you have to change?" And he's like,
because you gave the look.
look at you.
"I don't say it. I just have to give a
You
look."
don't even
apparently.
have to say it. Yeah, the look says you're wearing that.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
The woman just gives the look, and
But
you
that's
know
30 years of marriage. So
that's the other thing.
Yeah, your words are not necessary.
That's
It's
all
a
good.
minor consideration, though, the dress code.
Well,
I
obviously.
can't imagine too many people are in violation of their dress code
no.
when
No,
they
when
show
you're going
up
to runway,
at
I
night
mean.
at runway 84.
Can you imagine going to runway 84 and you're literally just come from like the tennis court?
Yeah,
Just came
exactly.
off
Yeah,
the
you're not.
beach.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. You're
Still
just
have
not.
sand in your flip flops.
Yeah, you're just not.
What was the name of the guy who checked out the concierge there? He was very well respected.
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
tragedy because you know they had just reopened maybe in that first year, and you know everybody was really happy to see Vincenzo back, and he had some issues. I think it was just a heart procedure he was going for, and there's no such thing as a routine procedure, and
Yeah.
it was very tragic what happened. And you know, but the show goes on there, and they
Yeah.
are.
He was such
He
a
is
staple.
he is missed. You know,
Mainstream.
meatballs
Yes.
and martinis was on Thursday night. That was kind of like you know a time that everybody would come out there. I don't know if they've reintroduced that. They really don't need to because they're just killing it all the time
Yeah.
there. And that Falsetto, we'll talk with him. But
I haven't
it's-
been to the new restaurant.
Oh.
Is it nice inside? I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen
it's
pictures
gorgeous.
and stuff, but
It's
is
one
it,
of those-
Do you miss the? Do you miss
I
the
don't miss
airplane?
the old one. So okay, and you touch on something that's big in the restaurant.
Yes.
When there's a redo renovation, a lot of times people say, I kind of miss the vibe of the old
Right.
place. I love the old place.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the airplane hangar.
Yes.
But it was time for a refresh, and
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
one of those
agree.
things where you're more than welcome
Oh,
to
no,
join
I'm
us
good, thank
today.
you.
But Defo, when he walks in, he is going to just you're,
haven't been there yet
it's
either.
jaw
You'll be
dropping.
blown.
You haven't been there yet either.
No,
I
not
haven't been
since
since
the
they redid it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a frequent guest
Yeah,
there
that's
many
same with
times
us.
over the
Yeah.
years. I wouldn't say that, you know, it was an insane number of times, but probably 15, 20 visits over the years
Yeah,
yeah.
to Runway 84. Always
Also,
loved it. It always had a great vibe. It was
Yeah.
terrific. They were great at what they did.
It's one of those things. When you walk in today, you will say, "Oh wow, now I understand why they did what they did." It looks like kind of a supper club. They have
I like that.
a
That took some
crooner
stones,
Yeah.
though, to
every
do it.
night, entertainment that starts at about 8 o'clock. And, the vibe in there is lively. These people that go on Let's Eat and saying, it's too loud in it. It's one of those places that if you're looking for a quiet romantic evening,
I don't
no.
think places
It
are too
never
loud
was,
for
though.
Kim
I
Ruddy.
mean,
Yeah.
But it's great for
I'm like, take your kid to dinner.
it's great for date night.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to have a rambunctious time, there's
Right.
music and dancing, and
I used to go there
it's
for
lively.
drinks with my friends every once in a while, and it was
Nice.
just such a nice
The bar
thing.
is
Yeah,
packed. I mean,
it's
they
always
redid
packed.
the bar area.
Nice.
They have it facing a different direction, but yeah, it's a really good place, and we're blessed in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
so many great Italian restaurants. Of course, our
Casa
friends
Owned
at
Owned by
Casa
Italians.
D'Angelo,
Yeah.
and we have Casa Calabria. We've got, there's no shortage of them, and each one of them has their own
Yes.
niche and vibe, and
Yeah.
it's part of what makes living down here so wonderful. Hey, I just got word from Dave Joseph, the great communications vice president for Gulfstream Park, and my former colleague at the Sun Sentinel, who not only is Sunday going to be a big day because we're doing the brunch bash.
Okay.
Get this, Defo, and we got to kind of get our racing forms ready for Sunday.
A voucher giveaway
No,
that we're eligible for.
but almost better. It's a mandatory payout in the Rainbow Six. So
My
I have
favorite
to
day.
Oh,
mention
Defo
now
loves
It's
that.
20-cent increments, and there probably will be well over 1, 2, maybe even 4 million in the prize pool.
Wow.
And depending on how much of carryover, any carryover that going into Sunday is dead money. So it means that it
The happy giveaway, right?
increases your odds of getting a better payout. And I love the mandatory pick 6 days. I
Yeah.
usually invest $40 to $50, and I usually have 5 out of 6 and go have a story for the
Oh, I'm
lunch box.
crying. Yeah, and,
Okay, but
complaining.
do you put it back in if you win?
If you win, you get maybe like 1,000, depending
Yeah,
on.
but do you put any back in, or do you walk
Put
away?
everything back
Yeah.
in.
Well,
all the
see,
time.
I'd have to walk.
I've hit on a couple of those.
You're not a
with
degenerate.
partnerships.
Well, right. I mean, that's why it was always so fun to come
Yeah.
do the degenerate show, because I was never a degenerate.
Exactly.
Oh, you're a stone degenerate. What are you talking
Yes,
about? You
well,
just
that's
don't know it.
different.
Your inner degenerate would come out. But it's kind of like betting the Derby, where you're getting way more money on the payoff than you normally would have by the same combination. Plus, you don't have to have the one unique ticket, which is hard to do. That's why these things carry over. So, no, that's great. An added enhancement to be out here on Sunday. That's for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Although I was happy just with the omelet station.
Oh yeah,
Would have
and,
been fine. Yeah.
and you got the shrimp cocktail, the pile of the
Good
peeled
for you.
shrimp. That's always good. The
Yes.
dessert display is
You
great.
always
great job.
destroy
The
that
baked
pile of
goods.
peeled shrimp under the auspices that you're going on some kind of healthy diet.
It is
You
keto
got
friendly.
a toe the size of a
is
bowling
very
ball.
Wait,
to
are
make
you doing
out,
keto?
and,
No, I always
I was
talk
gonna
about
say.
it. It
We're
makes
talking
him
about
crazy.
cutting carbs, and Defo's
Keto
not
is
the
a
biggest
4-letter
fan.
word to him. He just hates when I
no,
mention
it's
my
fine. It's
latest
just, you know,
diets.
I just don't like it. When
Oh,
guys on a food show, they'll examine every piece
You-
of thing.
You guys,
versus a keto chart that he whips out from inside like he's pitching.
I don't see that when
by
I watch.
the
He
way,
doesn't
you
always
guys
do
would
it.
be shocked with what I had for dinner. I wasn't feeling great last night, but I brought home, luckily, that salad from Wicked
yeah?
Cheesesteak,
The one I took all the lobster off.
the
Yes.
one you peeled off all the lobster.
I did.
Like that was a total.
I left it with like lettuce.
What's the
and,
move?
Like a
It's
carrot.
just a schnorrer move there. Just okay. I'm just going to take the good, the expensive
I didn't
lobster
think anybody
bits.
was going to eat the rest of that.
I'll
salad.
leave all the rest.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you know
No,
what?
but I thought he would eat it because he wasn't feeling well. It's the
Because
perfect kind
of
thing to eat.
last week's, I avoided raw vegetables entirely last week. Yes, last night I bought a rotisserie chicken from Publix that was actually hefty and
Good
good
size.
and moist. It wasn't overcooked. I cut up a little bit of the chicken breast, put
it
it
on
on
that
the salad. It
Yeah, it's a
tasted
nice
like
meal.
gold. I put a little
Yeah.
bit of that.
Probably had a little
you know,
leftover lobster taste to it.
Mm,
So
yeah.
that's
Yeah. Is
Some
that a lingering lobster?
The juices.
Now, I think we should start a new segment on the lunchbox called "Leftovers with Lubie," because you are the
Louis
one.
must have a second and a third refrigerator in that house.
I don't.
Remember when you
My
had the
fridge is
fridge in
just
the
full, my
garage?
wife
I don't
yells
know
at
if
me.
you have one. I don't anymore.
Did
But
you-
and you would find stuff
What's
in
on
there
the
from
table?
like
all
12 years ago. I was on an archaeological dig, you put it in there. Louis must have like 2 or 3
Right.
refrigerators. With the
all week
boxes
long.
takes.
He amasses these
You
leftovers.
guys never want to take anything. I'm not going to
Lubie's
waste
leftovers, the new segment.
I
Did
can
you
take
end up
videos
eating
of
the
eating
other
them.
things from J&C Oyster?
food. No, I waited for my wife. She didn't get back from New York till late last night. I don't know what's going on with this Microsoft thing, but I think it
no, it's bad.
because, and I guess today it's been a disaster. But I
Yep.
think it started last night.
Are we on the air?
We're there. We're
Can
fine.
people get
None,
Facebook?
nothing we do with Microsoft.
That's all that counts.
But like people that
Never
have
mind the
like, these
hospitals and
email
all the
accounts
health
and
crises.
outlooks and all that, like we don't work off of that. But her flight was delayed like 5 times, so she didn't get in till like 2 a.m. last night. So I left it for her. It was all very creative things we had never had before. So I want her to explore it. The cauliflower
Yeah,
looks
but
fantastic.
that crab probably.
I tried it yesterday. It was okay.
Hours. Yeah,
it was all right. I tried it yesterday. She'll be
It's
okay.
a cold dish. It's a cold noodle
We'll
dish.
try
It
it
has
today.
it has more of a Asian.
Yeah, that sounds good,
Brightness to it, a little bit of a kick. All his food there at JNC is good.
It was
Raheem,
ridiculous.
Chef Raheem might be coming because he is a
He
big
was
time
cool,
horse
yeah.
player and not horseplay. He loves the races. He loves horses, and this is a well-renowned chef who now is at JNC Oyster in Hollywood. And he's opening up these drinking pig barbecues around the country because that's a
nice.
great concept
Yeah.
that he started during the
I was a
pandemic.
drinking pig in high school.
But yeah,
You're still a drinking pig.
but he is from St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, and I don't know. He said they used to have a track there. He grew up around the horse racing. He loves it. He says if he wasn't a chef, he'd be a horse trainer. He'd be a
Nice.
thoroughbred horse
That
trainer.
would be really
Oh.
cool.
And when I mentioned, because he just opened this restaurant in Cleveland, and I mentioned that my late ex-father-in-law was a trainer that was based out of Thistledown outside of Cleveland in the summertime. He goes, "Oh, I know Thistledown." So
That's
seems like
crazy.
Yeah, he knows Thistledown.
if he knows
crazy.
Thistledown,
That's very low on the degenerate totem.
that means
Uh,
that means he's one of us, Defo.
if you've been to Thistledown, say you have a problem. There's no doubt you should
Hey.
seek psychiatric help.
Yes.
People, no
I
doubt.
don't
If
know.
you
I
are
think-
betting on summer NBA league basketball, preseason football, any soccer match, any
Spring training
WNB game,
baseball.
or Thistledown, seek immediate
Yeah.
assistance.
Caitlin Clark prop bets.
All I know is I think everybody should have a day with you guys.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
should.
I
Yeah.
literally think that everyone would learn so much. I mean, you know,
what
I
not to do.
wait. I started with you and Lubie back when I was 30,
Wow.
and
Oh, really?
yes,
No.
yes,
No.
and I'm 52
It hasn't been
now.
that long
Yeah,
ago. It hasn't been
has.
20 years.
Yes, it
I've only known
has.
D for
It's been about
14.
15.
Okay, then it's
Well,
been 15.
it
So
seems
that's
like
35.
30.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus,
It
how
seems
bad are
like
we that we
30,
make
yeah.
it feels like 40 years?
So I was, yes. wow, yeah.
Everybody can have a day with us, not
yeah.
just this Sunday. And again,
No, that's what
Mike
I'm
Mayo
saying.
eats at gmail.com. That would be fun. Another Saturday coming up that you can spend with the gang. It's our first event that's kind of a co-partnership with Visit Lauderdale
Yeah,
Food
this
and
is gonna
Wine
be fun.
Festival. It's called the Even Keel. Well, it's called Pearl Jam by the Sea at Even Keel Fish Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea,
How about
and
that?
it's going to be August 10th. Do you like oysters on the half shell, royal oysters? Nope. Okay, she's not going to be in the contest. She's
Never
out.
mind.
Scratch Ruddy.
Nope.
But you can get other
they
great
have the
food
brunch
that
menu.
they have there. They have the brunch
Yeah.
menu. But for those who like the oysters, all unlimited oysters on the half shell and unlimited sparkling wine. It's going to be a great time. Go online to vlfoodwine.com. Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival is presenting it along with us. And you can get your tickets right now. The bar tickets, that's the VIP seats, are going fast. I think there's only about 5 or 6 of them left. We've sold most of the bar VIP seats because that includes a split of Tattinger champagne and an entree from the brunch lunch menu, in addition to the unlimited oysters and bubbly.
How does he
Plenty
remember
of
all this?
general
I don't
admission
know.
tickets left.
Just rattling
Go
us off.
online to Eventbrite. I think it's
I actually have the exact link
pearljamoysters.com.
on the screen.
You
as
do?
well.
Okay, perfect. Go on there, get your tickets now. August 10th, Saturday afternoon, 1 to 4 p.m. It's going to be a great time, and we look forward to seeing you. All right, let's take
Wait
our
a
first
minute.
break.
The question is, where did Emmett go? Is he
He's
by
right
the paddock?
behind
He's
me.
behind you.
Oh,
He's just
We got to
Oh,
take
okay.
our first break. We
Best
I'm
got to
looking
keep
back
the
here
trains
where he
teenager in the
was.
world.
He's right
All
there.
right.
Oh, okay.
Keep the
good.
trains moving. We'll have a contest and Joe Beja after these words.
Very nice.
Okay, I guess you want me to do a break.
Mayo.
You want Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox at 10 Palms, and so I had a dilemma in terms of my car is in flood insurance hell because the auto repair shop says it's easily fixable. The insurance company wants to total the car for some reason, even though the repair shop it's a mess. But basically, I've accepted the fact. You know, it's like the 5 stages of grief or whatever. But I was in denial, anger. I was fighting, but now there's acceptance, and basically. You know, I'm trying to negotiate. It's amazing. What I've learned is this, that insurance companies hold all the cards and all the power, especially when it comes to auto insurance. Now, my specialty is taking on insurance companies. I make a living at it. They should call me Morgan and Morgan for the people.
No, he actually does.
For my
She's
people.
laughing. She doesn't realize. It's
No, I really, truly believe it.
That's 2 years in a row.
But this is
He's
such
like Ralph Nader.
this is such a nickel. This is such a nickel and dime thing where, you know,
Yeah.
I have a car that's completely paid off. It has only 49,000 miles on it. I don't want to lose that. I love not having a
Yeah,
payment.
car
I love
payment
having
sucks.
a reliable, relatively new car.
Yep.
And they're willing to give me like $14,000, which won't get me quite the comparable vehicle, even though they say that's what they base it on, trying to find vehicles that are comparable.
Nah.
I say I want $2,000 more. I talked to my brokers today. They said you could fight for a little bit of extra money, but you're not going to get it.
No.
And if anything, then they can turn around and say, actually, all this damage was pre-existing. We're
Yeah,
taking
now
nothing.
you're getting
So I don't want to
Take
poke
the
the
money,
bear.
take the
No.
money.
All right, so here's my strategy, Defo.
Yeah.
Do you think this sounds reasonable?
You're going to bet
They're
the 14
going to give
times?
me 14,000. No,
Don't do that.
no,
please
that
don't.
would be irresponsible.
Please don't.
But
do
what I'll do is take 10,000 of
Is
the
there such a word?
14,000 and put it off to the side for a new vehicle, or to buy a used car. Take 4,000 as my gambling money and try to turn
I don't think that sounds reasonable.
that
That's
14,
not-
turn that 4,000 into another 12 to
Turn it into 2.
15,000.
Why wouldn't you? I mean,
So why don't you just put 12,000 aside and take 2,000?
Now you're sounding like
I was gonna say
women
take a
in my
couple
life,
grand
that
and
would
make
be
it
like
I know a woman in your
reasonable.
life.
I was gonna say if you want to
Okay.
get to 20, 20 is a good
there's
number.
no dilemma there, man.
So all you need
Yeah.
to
Okay.
do is get to 6.
All right, I
2
will-
get to 6.
I mean,
I will follow Kim Ruddy's advice. I
what
will
kind of
put
pull do you have on
aside
rooms in Vegas?
12,000 aside. Take a
Two, you
$2,000
can turn to
bankroll
6.
for the last few weeks of
Yeah,
Saratoga,
you can make it
and
6.
Del Mar is starting. I think did Del Mar start today? It's opening up, and
July sounds about right.
between the summer racing, maybe all right. 2,000. That's a
I think
workable
that,
bankroll.
yeah,
Fine.
because you can make a lot
But
with
you have
2,000 if
to,
you do the right
okay.
bets.
you have to leave some room for travel. I mean, because you want to go to both places. You don't
No,
want to
I'm
just,
not
like,
doing
bet on
He's
it.
doing it
I'm
here.
staying
No,
home.
no, you can stay
I-
home
I'm
and do it.
gotta-
You don't
What do
have
you
to
need a
go.
car for? You can Uber a lot of places.
No,
Oh, do you know how much Ubers are?
you're not.
No,
Ubering.
Uber's are bad news for me.
I
I'm
could
not a
just
big
do
fan.
lunchboxes permanently at home and then have
Thank
you guys go around
Yeah,
to the
thank you.
restaurants. That would
Well, we'd
that
be
would work.
happy with that. We get more food.
More food, more leftovers. All right, enough of that silliness. But that sounds like a plan.
I
right?
think that's a good
I
plan.
How
think
much you
that's-
putting aside?
We
$2
get-
grand?
no,
12
yeah,
yeah,
he's
put it-
putting 12,000 aside.
aside, and then risk 2,000 for more capital for going towards.
To me, the goal is to
vehicle.
get to 20
Yeah.
grand. For 20 grand, you can get a decent car that
I,
you know
I,
you
I would
wouldn't need a
include
car
that in
payment.
your lawsuit against the insurance company. Also, but,
You're
Well,
What the
right.
hell,
technically,
man?
technically down here in Florida for 12,000, you can get an okay car.
supposedly, but
Supposedly,
I don't know. I don't trust any of the used cars. Because
I have a tough time. It depends where you like. If
Yeah.
you go to the thing and it shows you what's
you know,
actually
there's
happened
the
to the car,
Carfax,
yeah.
there's all the vehicle reports.
But if you're
you get
buying like
authorized pre-owned
Yeah,
vehicles,
yeah.
I don't know. I hate car shopping.
me
Isn't
too.
very
it the worst
reputable
thing in the
business.
world?
What are you talking about? Very reputable business. We were in radio. What are you
I
talking
get a car and I'm just good. I'm like, I don't want to do
Yeah.
anything until it dies.
And
I'm
it's
the
like
same.
you get a car, okay, you
Default
go to
same
the
way.
dealership, they're on you, they're hounding on
yeah.
you like the
Car shopping sucks.
the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
vultures on the carcass.
Are
They-
you ready to make this deal right
I
now?
Right
hate
now,
car
if
shopping.
you make the deal
and
right
you
now,
think
we'll
you
give
have
you
the
an
deal
extra
for
$3,000 off.
21,000. Next thing you know, you're signing documents and it's 28,000.
Yes.
It's like,
exactly.
how did
It
that
always
happen?
jumps like 10
Oh,
grand.
we had to give you the detailing package
Yeah.
and
Well, I didn't want that.
no,
The extended warranty
Yes,
was
the
always my
extended
favorite.
warranty.
But I mean, if you're, I mean, it's not true of all car dealers, but there are various unscrupulous people in the business for a long period of time, and probably still are. And they would sell an extended warranty to their grandmother. What are you talking about? Even
Yeah.
though it's
Didn't have
completely
a car.
unnecessary because the car is going to
Didn't have a
run for
car.
freaking ever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I love
mean,
my car. I'm
they
good.
always get you. I liked my car.
Yeah,
too.
I love my. I have a little Jeep Renegade. It's great.
Yeah,
Great on
fine.
gas
and
mileage.
I'm not a car guy. I mean, I don't look. People know who know me. I don't spend my money on cars or clothes.
Right.
I spend my money on food and,
And gambling.
entertainment.
Oh,
I call
sorry.
it entertainment
Entertainment.
for
I
IRS
love
for
that.
was
purposes.
women until he got a girlfriend.
I love entertainment.
Hey, are you
Oh,
ready for a
look out.
contest? Is
He
Joe?
looks
oh,
like he's coming
Ken
up
the
a big
professor's
win.
here.
He's coming up a big win.
I'm ducking
I can
down
feel it.
because I was teasing him about all his bad bets last
He's
week,
got
and I know he was a little bit
thousands
of
sore
them.
over it.
He gave you crap today. That was great.
How about the professor
Oh,
making
hey,
it in?
Professor.
Ken Jacobson, the professor. Always good to see him on a Friday at Gulfstream.
Oh, we have to do the
Let's
contest.
do a contest. All right.
Has he been out of sorts?
No, I'm-
today?
I think
He's
I'm
on
I
it
think he's
today.
on-
He's way
he's
better
on it.
today.
You think
I'm
he's
in
on his
Yes,
tip-top
he's
shape.
on his game. He's,
From
he doesn't even
yesterday
need
to today,
paper.
it's night and day.
I am
He's
in
like
tip-top
rattling
shape.
stuff
sheet
off.
here. What
Oh,
are you
that's
talking
a
about?
sheet for something else.
I'm a teetotaler at lunch, but by the time we get to the part 2 of the doubleheader,
Be
I
on
will
the
be
wine.
imbibing in martinis and red wine.
Oh, absolutely.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's going to be great.
The red wine. Yeah.
So,
All right,
Are
what do
you
we have
ready?
for today?
it's
Yeah,
time for
I'm ready.
the Lunchbox Gulfstream 10 Palms Sunday Brunch giveaway. Email the answer to this week's restaurant trivia questions along with your horse selections for, and I'm sorry, Sarni, I'm not doing any of the women's basketball or anything. The tiebreaker is going to be a Saratoga race. The main contest race is this week's Gulfstream 10th race, numbers 1 through 10. And then the Saratoga tiebreaker race is going to be also race 10, the Lake George Stakes, numbers 1 through 13. That includes some also eligibles, 11, 12, 13. If those scratch, you get the post-time favorite. So again,
Huh?
race 10, both tracks. 2
you
tracks,
just say
2
huh?
race 10s.
Yeah.
One of them is numbers 1
Huh?
through 10. That's a Gulfstream.
This is both
And
Saturday.
Saturday. These are Saturday races. And again, get your entries into MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow, the 20th. That's a hard deadline for the contest. If you still want to come to the brunch, 5 p.m. tonight
Yes.
is now the hard deadline. MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. And here we go. The Gulfstream race is a $75,000 handicap going a mile on the main track. Post time 5:38 p.m. And the Saratoga race is also a mile on the inner turf
You have to pick 2 races.
for 3-year-old fillies.
You don't
that's
have
how we
to.
always.
No.
If
It's the
there's a tie,
tiebreaker.
if
Defo.
there's a
Where have you
tie,
been? Oh,
if
I
there's a
know.
tie.
He's always at the window, so he
He's
doesn't hear the full
betting when
thing.
we do this, yeah.
I gave up trying to understand the contest.
Everybody
when you're-
understands it. It's been a huge success.
Just you. You don't
Joe
understand it.
Beja loves
I
it.
understand it,
Dave
but
Joseph
No, I don't
loves
think you
it.
do.
you got to pick the winner.
Saratoga
of this,
race
the winner of that.
also post time 5:38. They're going to be both races going off
It's
at the
hard
same
enough
time.
to get the restaurant. What are you talking
All right, and if multiple. Oh, and just a word about the Gulfstream race. One of the horses. This is a hunch play for me.
Smashed. Yeah.
No,
Oh.
it's number 4. Positive Review. which is something
Oh,
I've
geez.
been known to do in my life as a food critic.
When was
Yeah,
the last
right,
time
yeah,
you wrote
right.
one?
Now, if there was a horse named negative review, that'd be all
I was
over.
gonna
the
say, I
place.
thought you
Yeah,
stay
every
away from
critic
that
in the
horse.
world would be in on this. Yeah.
But there's a lot of positive reviews on the Let's Eat South Florida group. I think
Yeah.
No doubt.
more than not. It's just people remember the negative stuff because that's human nature.
I don't
and
remember
then
anything
the
negative.
favorite in the Gulfstream race is number 2, Big and
I don't remember
Classy,
anything.
and that's a good.
That's more you.
That's a good
Yeah,
horse.
that's
Big
more
and
you.
Classy, 2-1. Positive review 9-2, and a full field of 10 in that race. All right.
So
How
what
about
are
a
the
clue,
hints?
man? I
You
mean,
want a
come
clue?
on.
Yeah, where we
Dizzy
go-
already. I gotta
All
have
right.
That's your alcohol.
As National Tequila Day approaches
Oh,
next
nice.
week, July
Yeah,
24th,
yeah.
we pour a shot of Jose Cuervo out on the sidewalk in tribute, as this week's restaurant is also partly a news quiz
Okay.
because now we're mourning the passing of a South Florida icon. All right, so it's a
Bob
restaurant
Newhart was from
that's
South
been
Florida?
in the news.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think it's new.
I think I got it
And,
already.
All right, the clues. After 45 years, this Fort Lauderdale Mexican favorite on the 17th Street Causeway officially shuttered permanently this past week
What a
after
shame.
announcing a temporary closure on July 1st due to major problems with its air conditioning system. Quote, "It breaks our hearts," said Paula Emke, who owned the restaurant for the final year with her husband, Richard. Okay, after 45 years, this Fort Lauderdale legendary Mexican
I
restaurant
think everybody's
closed
got it. Yeah.
permanently last week. Number 2, it was renowned for its tasty and frosty margaritas, along with its tuna dip, tacos, and tequilas. Number 3, it underwent several ownership changes in its final years, and it was founded in 1979 by a group that included young new restaurateurs Burt Rappaport and Dennis Max,
Oh, wow.
who departed soon after its opening after a conflict with partner Dave Alderman.
Mm.
And before selling the restaurant to his longtime chef last decade, the eccentric Alderman lived in a van in the parking lot outside the restaurant. Did
Sounds
you know
like a
this?
That's a
dream.
real
Oh.
thing.
I'm gonna
Sounds
relate
like
to
a
that.
dream.
Yeah.
What the hell?
He was eccentric.
That's
and,
eccentric.
I don't
Like
know
a
if he's
Howard
still
Hughes
alive,
type, yeah, just
or
Especially
not.
here.
I hope he's
Hiding up.
still alive.
but yeah, it was a little bizarre. He lived in a van right outside.
That's crazy down here in South Florida too. As
Yeah.
hot
Man,
as it
it's
is.
hot. Yeah, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
I
What
don't
do you
know if
open
he-
your door?
I don't know if
Keep
he
the
kept the
AC
AC
running
running.
I
all
mean,
night.
how
Yeah.
can you?
Anyway,
Yeah,
that's
the
it.
irony.
Everybody should know the restaurant. If you pay attention to the news,
Yeah, well, you talked about it this weekend.
I
Yeah.
did. So it's kind of a bonus,
Yeah, I get
easy slam dunk for.
There you
So
go.
you just have to
Lunchbox
pick
regulars.
2 races, a WNBA game, and then figure out who's going to win that opener in
No
Barcelona.
A race number 10 at Gulfstream, race number 10 at Saratoga, easy peasy,
And
and
the
along with the restaurant. That's it.
Alrighty.
All right, let's take another break.
Yes, sir.
Before that, let's talk about our friends at Tropical Acres. Now, you're going to be wanting to get in there tonight because you get the twin
Yeah, we closed
lobsters
for a
for
week,
$39, including salad and side dish. You can want to go in there also tonight for a happy hour in the bar from 4:30 to 6:30, half price drinks and all kinds of light bites. And they open tomorrow. But then they're taking a few days off. They have some maintenance they got to get done next week. So they're going to be taking a little hiatus from Monday through Thursday next week. They will be reopening a week from today, next Friday, after shuttering. Again, normal service tonight and tomorrow, and then back in business on next Friday, the 26th of July. Go in there, 2500 Griffin Road. We love him. 75 years. Jack
Almost
Studiali.
as old as you.
He's, yeah,
I hope they're not in as much pain as I am.
You were too.
there is no pain.
Did I
there.
look as bad as I do? I don't know. No, the place looks great.
No,
What are
they
you
look
talking
Great
about?
prime
They
rib,
aged well.
filet mignon,
They've aged well.
seafood specialties. Besides the twin lobsters, they got the great broiled scallops, fish specials, etc., etc. 2500 Griffin Road, tropicalacres.com for more information. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
And see if you can get in there with one of Mike's punch cards because he has a bunch of them that I already have like 12 of the 13 entrees that he did punch out. He'll sell them outside. All right, we're coming back with more from 10 Palms here. Always a pleasure to be out here, 10 Palms. And then got the doubleheader coming up. It'll be interesting to see exactly what is brought out by Mark Falsetto and his crew there. Now, is Anthony Bruno going to be out there?
I
also?
don't know.
That's the hope.
Anthony sometimes
We don't
goes
know.
down to the Keys on the weekend. I did not communicate with him, but who knows? You never know who's going to show up at Runway.
Bruno
84.
can mysteriously just show up. I've seen
Exactly.
that happen many, many times. Yeah. He used to go by Casa Calabria and the Ocean Manor Hotel for mozzarella night they used to have.
Yeah,
when
no.
Marino was there. And a bunch
Bruno
of
is a
other
very
guys.
gracious guy. He's a man of the people. He loves
Yes.
going around to the different restaurants, not just his own.
Yeah.
Although you'll always find them his own restaurants because he
Yeah.
also loves to touch tables and loves to kind of. He's just one of those guys
He gets
that
to
the
know
business,
everyone.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
business is part of who he is. It's
I
part of his
agree.
DNA.
How you doing? All right, we're coming back with more in a moment here from 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park.
One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. Are you looking for a good New York style slice? How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to strombolispizza.com to place your order today. Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, 10 Palms. It's a fun day, Friday. We got Defo, we got Kim Ruddy in the house, and look who's here. Have
Barely
no
fitting in
fear
the
with his
stream,
beer.
yes.
It's Ken, the professor, has shown up and materialized. How are you?
I'm having an angsty kind of day, man.
Yeah. Why the angst?
British Open.
Oh, you've got some wagers, as they say.
Unfortunately, I have nothing but losing wagers. on it.
You're-
I have less chance than I have less chance than Brooks Koepka's sobriety.
What did you do? You bet
John Daly,
Tiger
sobriety.
Woods? You have Tiger?
Now,
What's
you
with
know,
you
I
and
didn't
Tiger
bet Tiger.
today?
Now, I loved going
Plus
to the British
18.
Open
Wow.
because it was one of those events I covered. I can't even remember it so long ago, either 2 or 3 of them in person. And they all, in England, they're gambling mad. They call it punting. You know, punters go to the bookie shop, the
Right.
bookmakers. And I would bet every morning before going out to the going
choke.
out to the course, which might have violated some ethical guidelines.
Maybe.
But there's
We
nothing
won't
better.
we won't say
I
anything.
love that you think that sports writers have ethics. Like,
Yeah.
what's the
guidelines?
rule on
It's
violating?
funny because
Don't get caught with a
like
dead hooker. It's
football,
basically the-
football and baseball writers are not supposed
That's
to
not
bet
so
on the
bad. What do
sport.
you
I don't know how it
I
is
think-
now that gambling has been legalized, but it was always like horse racing writers were not only like did they bet, they were like encouraged
The
to
biggest
bet.
degenerates.
And
Oh, yeah.
and they would it taint their coverage if the horse that they bet on ended up like spitting the bit in the last 70 yards, maybe. But all
Why
I
do you
know
think
is that
Dave Joseph wrote those scalding indictments against Calder? You think he was doing that because he was winning? No way.
And now in 2024, we now have like literally FanDuel and DraftKings doing broadcasts during NFL games where you guys are screaming at the coach, "Don't kneel, go for the touchdown, I need to cover."
in-game betting and in-game
Right.
handicapping, very dangerous. But I remember I really enjoyed the British Open at St. Andrews that John Daly won because I did put down a bunch of money on him on Saturday and Sunday,
Oh, wow.
and he ended up winning in like a 3-way playoff or something like that. And I think I was rewarded decently. I was able to drink my weight in pints or something
Nice.
like that
have
after
a
with the
couple of
winnings.
plops of potatoes and a shepherd's pie.
But what happened? Well, who do you have money on, and why is it going south?
Because I'm down like 9 strokes 2 rounds in. There's literally no. And again, if you've been watching this, we discussed this on the Defo show this morning. This Irish leprechaun, who literally, if you've seen
Did he
the
write
movie,
the Da Vinci Code?
if you've seen the movie Leprechaun, like Leprechaun in the Hood or Leprechaun in Space, he looks like the literal leprechaun. He's a little short, fat dude, big fat face and a beard and a pot belly. He looks like the Boston
Wait, is that
Celtics
Dan Brown,
mascot.
or-
No, it's Shane Lowry.
Oh, Shane Lowry. Okay.
Everybody else goes out and like the rain starts driving 50-mile-an-hour swirling winds, and Shane Lowry shows up to the same hole 10 minutes later. Sun comes through the clouds, instantly becomes like 75 degrees, and like the announcer's like, well, interestingly, the greens have dried up in the last 17 seconds here.
Where is he from?
He's from Ireland.
He's
Oh,
from
that's-
Ireland.
oh, that's
So
why
he's
he's a
got the
leprechaun.
he's got the luck of the
Yes.
Irish. Okay, well that makes sense. At least it's not England
Anyway.
and Harry. What's
Again,
Harry
one of the
Kane?
things I actually enjoy. Oh, really? You're going there? You're starting that again? We talked about that.
I never let it go, do I?
We talked about that. I've got
Yes, we
Mayo
did.
knows I have money on Spain. It's
And I don't
going
really-
on for 60 minutes. Oh, Harry Kane's so dreamy. He's got gorgeous eyes. He looks like Ryan Gosling. I have to point out that Ryan Gosling in Remember the Titans was the worst defensive back in the history of football movies. And then they sub him out, and they sub in this kid who, again, like I said this morning, if he wants to look up his relatives, he's got to go to 27 in me because he's got at least 4 extra chromosomes. And he scores, and Mayo's like celebrating. I'm like, at least I don't have to listen to you talk about
Is
how
there
that
anything-
kid's dreamy.
Is there anything better
Dreamy.
than a bitter punter on
I'm
a
not
show?
bitter about the game.
Oh, you're
Spain-
bitter, all right.
Spain scored. Spain scored with 3 minutes left to win that game straight up.
There
That
you
was
go.
beautiful.
We've got Joe Beja in the
Joe
house.
B, I'm
We're going
bowing
to give Jeff Defo the boot because he's got
He's gonna
racist
go
to
teach
handicap.
Emmett how to race.
Look at this, and I'm a little shocked on a day where Defo is wearing long pants because we're doing a double header at Runway 84. Joe Beja is jacketless today. It
I
must
know,
be Casual Friday for the first time
Surprise.
forever.
I know. Oh, I was
What's
rolling
happening?
up my
Joe?
sleeves recently, so
Yeah,
which was funny.
what do you
anyway.
have to like hang some shelves in the kitchen or something like that?
You'll laugh if I tell you this, but
Go
the real-
ahead.
honestly, the real story is we have these 2 extra pool tables back from when Frankie's used to be open.
Yeah,
So our president was just trying to make the corporate office fun and so forth. He's like, oh, I just went to Twin Peaks and I had 29-degree beer, so I bought a beer cooler that's 29 degrees and
Oh
I
my
put
God.
Stella on tap. I said, do you want a pool table? I have an extra pool table laying around in storage. He goes, oh, that'd be awesome. He goes, of course, the pool table guy shows up today, which is a friend of mine. So here I am, and look,
you're schlepping a pool table.
because we couldn't get the 8-foot
He's the
cabinet.
executive director of hospitality. Can't you like find somebody to
we couldn't
delegate,
we-
man?
well, I thought it was all clear. I didn't measure the elevator space that the 8-foot cabinet wasn't going to fit in the elevator. So I had to get a flatbed, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm running through hoops for a flatbed. I looked at the 2 guys from the pool. So I said, listen, lunch on me, but we're taking it up the steps.
Oh,
And they looked at me. They
wow.
go, can you give us a hand? I said, yeah, why not?
Sure. Wow,
So-
this is some dedication here. So where's
Yeah.
this pool table? This is like for company morale. It's,
Yes,
in
absolutely.
offices. All right, because
I'm all for that. Everyone that knows me, I'm very big on, providing an environment for all
'Cause
employees.
once
to
you're bringing in
come to
entertainment,
work. And
Yeah.
so
I would
forth.
say in 10
I wanna
Palms
work
here,
here.
maybe get those shuffleboard courts, the bar shuffleboard, maybe.
I
a
love
couple
What are
things.
we
Yeah,
living in
ping-pong
Florida and
tables.
we're 90?
Install notorious.
No,
No, not the real. The
Oh,
bar
the
shuffleboard.
Oh, the sand ones
The
are
sandwich
cool.
ones, those are
Yeah,
really
those are
cool.
fun. Yeah.
those are great.
Install
But that makes us
notorious
only
gambling
50.
games at a course track.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong
Oh,
with
yeah,
that?
right? There you go.
But yeah, that's what I was just doing. I said, you know what? I'm not grabbing the coat. I'm still hot.
Well, it is good to see you, Joe. And
Good
we
to see
already
you
been
guys.
talking up the brunch bash this Sunday. I extended the deadline. Usually, I'm a really very strict when it comes to deadlines with the contest, but figured if anybody else is out there and they have a free few hours and want to come out for a great brunch this Sunday at a discounted rate, $44, just email me, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com, and I will get the final numbers in to Joe by 5 p.m. today. Thank you. But it
That
looks like
works.
we're going to have a nice crew. And thank you, as always, for arranging it and hosting us. And I understand that Dave Joseph texted me that it's also going to be a mandatory Rainbow Six giveaway on Sunday. So
Oh,
not
it's gonna be a
only
good
is it
day.
going to be delicious with the all-you-can-eat all-day buffet, but it could be potentially very lucrative to people who
Yeah.
come out on Sunday. So
Yeah.
all good.
And Chef Jason and we have Chef Alex in our pastry department. They've been tweaking the buffets a little bit. So might be some new items out there to surprise you all. And it's been good. It's been really good. We had pot pie on the menu last week, like a chicken pot pie. I'm a very comfort food kind of person.
Mhm.
The week before was shepherd's pie. And so it's been great. We had salmon croquettes last week. So
I'm all good. As long as you have a big pile of shrimp cocktail,
we did.
that's me.
We added
because
ceviche to it as well.
I'm very happy with omelet,
Ceviche.
the beautiful omelet station,
Mhm.
cooked to order, and then to get a pile of shrimp, a little bit of salad, and then some of those pastries. I'm good to go. But
Yeah.
obviously, everybody different tastes and a great selection. And it's not just this Sunday for the brunch bash. Every day of live racing, they're open here at 10 Palms, and the buffets are Saturday and Sunday.
Correct.
$55 is the usual rate.
Yes.
Can't go wrong.
Sunday includes a mimosa. And again, it's not a 2-hour time limit like at a lot of these brunch places around town. It's all day when the racing is going on. You can go up there and graze. So it's a great job.
Is that on your diet?
No, it's not on my
It's
diet.
not
but
keto? It's not
nothing
keto
that
friendly?
You
happens.
can make it keto friendly.
What happens at Gulfstream stays at Gulfstream.
This
And
isn't Vegas.
You can the shrimp and the salad, very nutritious.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Pastry, the dessert
I was thinking about the
bar.
pastry more than
there we
anything
go.
else.
Not
Yeah,
so
it was more the
much.
dessert bar for me when you said it.
Now, that's not all that's going on. We got a couple of your Taste of the Track events coming up, Joe.
Yes, we
give,
do.
Give the fine
Good
folks a
ones,
recap.
too.
Yeah, so the next one coming up will be a week from Saturday 27th, just in time for National Tequila Day. So that'll be tacos and tequila event. I brought a copy of the menu here. There'll be about 4 stations of tacos and other Latin items. And then, of course, we'll have our walking taco station, or Frito pie, as some people say. You know, it depends if we put chili or ground beef. I think we're leaning towards chili, so technically it would be Frito pie.
I love that.
But yes, we will have the Fritos out there, both the plain and the chili and cheese. And, you know, you make your own little walking taco.
Like
The first station will have chicken tinga tacos, along with chili chicken, green chili, chicken tamales, and jalapeno poppers. Second station will have barbacoa tacos, tostada de mariscos cups.
People
so-
go crazy
yeah,
for
and then-
tacos.
yeah.
They
Oh,
just
yes.
love all the
How can
varieties.
you not
yeah.
love tacos?
And then our vegan station will have a vegan jackfruit carnita
Mhm.
taco, as well as tahine watermelon sticks.
Wow.
And there'll be some mini taco salad
Fancy.
cups there.
Tahini watermelon
Yeah,
sticks.
I
I
know.
like it. That's some
I don't know
different
what that
This-
is.
a
the
little bit of
chefs.
African
Sounds good,
spice
though.
with
Yeah.
the watermelon. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Watermelon has
it
become
is.
the big raging hit in salads and other
I love
dishes.
watermelon.
Tahine's getting used on fruit, and
Yes.
brimming of glasses for spicy margaritas and so forth. Table 4 will be the al pastor, which will be carving off of the actual.
Oh, you're gonna have the the slicing of that. And
Yeah,
I know
we
that
are.
Chef Jason is really into the visual displays, the hot
he
dog
is.
cart, the little during the last Asian thing, you have the to go Chinese containers with chopsticks.
Yes.
So it's good. It's
It's a lot of fun. A little
yeah.
more visual, makes you really get into the event more as well. And then mini elotes and molete, which is an open face sandwich with refried bean and white cheese.
nice. So that's
So
how do people get tickets?
tickets are on our website, www.gulfstreampark.com. And click on for
VIP
tickets.
remains.
VIP is still available at $85 a person. That gets you in at 12 noon, extra hour First dibs on the window tables.
Yep.
No lines.
Well worth it.
Some of the tables, like Don Julio, will probably have like a little bottle of Rosado out,
Right.
and Casanoble will have one of their higher marks out.
And
there'll
all
be
kinds of
some
great
surprises.
high-end tequilas.
Correct.
Any mezcals as well, or
Did
just
not do a mezcal
it's
this
just
time.
strictly tequilas.
Yes.
Okay, and
Strictly tequilas this time. 14 different brands
very
Oh my
good.
goodness.
that we will have.
And National Tequila Day, as I mentioned with the contest, is coming up this Wednesday, the 24th. So, it's still within that 1 week parameter. It's a fine time to celebrate tacos and
Yes.
tequila. And our contest clue, it ended up being a news quiz as well. It was the longtime Fort Lauderdale restaurant that closed permanently this week after 45 years.
Oh, yeah.
So, again,
Yeah.
for those who pay attention to the news, and we discussed it earlier this week on the Lunchbox, that is your contest restaurant.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to get your tequila there, but you certainly can get it at Gulfstream Park next Saturday. And
Definitely.
then,
Definitely. If I may give one of your patented pun clues,
Yes.
just if you put a peppy in step, then you'll get your
Get
tickets.
your tickets now.
I like that.
That's it.
So
I'll drink to that. All
There
right.
you go.
So, and then you also got something else coming up in
August. Yeah, we
right?
have a little bit of a quick turnaround, so we make sure we market it at the event too. At the August 17th, we're doing a Havana Nights during the day, so maybe Havana Days, I guess you could say. But cigar roller, domino tables.
Can
We're-
you smoke cigars
on the
in-
outside deck area?
There's a deck that you
There's a
can.
deck
Okay.
outside,
Are you a
yes.
cigar smoker, Professor?
Very occasionally,
Occasionally.
but yeah.
Okay. I, for some reason, I pegged you as a cigar
Yeah.
smoker, but
Big race days.
yeah,
That's for me. Big
that's
race
it.
days. You'll find me at Carousel Club with a cigar around
Very
9
nice.
o'clock at night.
So besides that, and then it's going to be Cuban food, ropa vieja.
Exactly.
some
Still
of the
finalizing the menu, but yes, like ropa vieja, we'll do the full lechon,
some
the
lechon
cajachina.
asado.
Yeah.
Get a whole pig.
We are going to do the whole pig.
Oh wow!
We are.
Okay, that's that should be
We are.
a nice presentation.
So it's going to be great. Chef Jason's all excited about it, and it's good.
That's going to be. And what date is that? I'm sorry, it's
That'll be August 17th
Okay.
on that Saturday.
Also,
And
a
that we'll be
Saturday.
doing that also in partnership with Bacardi. So Bacardi will be helping us pull that off with some of their brand ambassadors and some of their patented Cuban cocktails.
Will there be mojitos?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
At a Cuban event, will there
There'll
be
be Cuba
mojitos?
Libres. Is there a Cuba,
Cuba
Libre?
Libre
Yeah.
And a few other events. Ian Mackler is our corporate beverage director, so he's
Okay.
actually curating some
Nice.
quintessential classic Cuban
Okay.
cocktails that will be
I'm
available.
definitely down with that. I like Cuban food and I do like rum. So looking forward to
And it's
adding
the
that to
last
the
week
calendar.
before football starts, so like you
It
can
is.
party your way right into the start
Right
of
into
football
it.
season.
It's all good. And of course, there'll be great live racing here and simulcasting from elsewhere. So it's going to be a fun time. Anything else on the agenda or anything to
Just a
talk
quick
about?
thing for tomorrow. If anyone's going to come out to 10 Palms, we are going to do a little Haskell Steaks watch party.
I forgot tomorrow's the Haskell
Yeah,
already.
so
They moved
from
it up.
1 to 4. So in 10 Palms South will be a little mini watch party. Our marketing department's putting something together. I believe if you RSVP through our website,
I
that
should have
you'll be
made the
attending,
Haskell the secondary contest. Or
and
I
they
forgot
will,
that it was on.
we'll
Yeah.
give you a free drink upon arrival if you RSVP that you'll be attending.
Wow,
Excellent.
I
So
definitely botched the contest this week because I
Yep.
made the tiebreaker a race up at Saratoga. Totally forgot that the Haskell was already
Yeah,
on deck because
tomorrow.
it used to be the last weekend of July. They
Yeah.
keep changing the calendar around on me. It's very disorienting, but
it's
that's
funny.
okay.
I had to Google the official drink of the Haskell just because I know every Steaks has their official drink, and it's called the Summer Wind.
Ooh.
I guess kudos to
Frank
Sinatra.
Sinatra song.
But
Yes.
realistically, it's a margarita, but with vodka. The ingredients are vodka, fresh lime juice, and sour
I
mix.
thought that would
Did
taste
you-
good though.
So,
Did you? I'll
Lighter
give,
weight.
I'll
Yeah.
give Ken the opportunity to take a shot in New Jersey. What would you think the state drink of New Jersey is? Hackensack River water?
Jimmy Hoffa's blood.
No,
I
stop.
don't know.
Like-
I don't know. But you know what cracks me up about Jersey? Because I go there once a year. My family goes down to the shore, and I meet them there. Rent a car, fly into AC, and head down. I love that every one of their rest stops is like named after famous celebrities. And I thought to
They
myself,
changed that. It used to be named after former governors like Brendan Byrne.
nope, they
and the-
changed it.
And now there's Howard Stern rest stop
there's a
I would
Frank,
honestly think it would be
there's
like-
a Frank Sinatra rest stop. There's a Celia Cruz rest
or
stop.
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen has a
Yeah, I was
rest
gonna
stop.
say. I would
I
think
mean,
there'd be actually be like
that's crazy.
14.
I think the
Springsteen
subtitle's
rest
Born to
stops.
Run, or no, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
stop.
But anyway,
So what
So
is the official drink of the
The-
state of New
the
Jersey?
summer wind.
Okay.
You want
for the Haskell Steaks,
It's
Summer
a
Wind.
it's a margarita that's made with vodka instead of.
Why would you
Tequila.
do that?
Because they're from New Jersey.
From
They
New
got nothing
Jersey,
better to
yeah.
do. They got
Why would you
Yeah.
do that?
So
I don't know. That's a weird combination.
I tried to see if the chef can get some Taylor ham and so forth, and maybe work up a little
Taylor pork roll.
but unfortunately we just couldn't quite get it. But he found a sandwich. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull it off, but
That Teamster sandwich.
there was one, the Daryl. I guess the guy went to Rutgers and stuff, and it's basically chicken fingers and mozzarella sticks between bread
Oh, I see. That was on
with marinara. Yeah,
the guy who used to try to eat inhuman amounts of
Yes.
man
Yeah.
versus
Yes,
food.
versus
man
food.
versus
Yeah.
Man
food.
versus
Yep.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
There you go.
That's it. All right. Well, lots of exciting stuff coming up this weekend and beyond here at Gulfstream Park. Joe, as always, we thank you.
Pleasure.
We hope you didn't strain anything, no hernias
No, I
after
think we're
the
good.
pool table.
He's strong. He's a
That's
tough
it.
guy.
That's
He's a
it.
tough guy. He's
Yeah.
multifaceted.
Low center of gravity. You know, I'm good.
You're good.
And,
You're good.
But thank you as always, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And hopefully, it's going to be a nice crowd. We're going to
Hope so.
always have a good time. And if you still want to join us, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. $44 per person plus tax and tip. It includes a mimosa. And we'll be here from 12 o'clock on Sunday. It should be a fun, fine day of gambling with a mandatory payout on the Rainbow Six. All right, let's go to our final break, and then we'll wrap up this edition of the Lunchbox before heading off to the second part of our doubleheader. We're going to Runway 84
Nice.
to do a little something, and then we'll re-air it later on. It's going to be fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're open on Fridays for lunch.
They
Yeah.
do the lunch.
Yeah.
They call it their power lunch. We're always occupied here, but Mark Falsetto, nice enough to say, come on in between lunch and dinner, and we're going to do an edition out
Yeah, that's
there
great.
at about 3:30. So
Yeah, say hello to Cindy, the bartender, for me.
I will. Excellent. All right, we'll be back with more after these words. From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. A sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back to wrap up this edition of the Lunchbox. We're doing a bang bang, as Louis C.K. would say. We're going right from one meal to the next. We're going to be at Runway 84
We
by
didn't eat enough
3:30. Yeah, huh?
We didn't eat enough here.
Oh, of course. I told Lubie to order light.
You haven't even eaten.
I did. It's all gone, so I must
I
have
got
done a
plenty.
good
I know.
job.
I've been chowing down on his sushi. It's always great.
Always good. It's
Yeah.
hard to resist once we get the food in front of us. You got to have discipline. And you were saying your new book is called
Subliminal discipline.
Yeah.
Oh, I
In
saw
other words,
that.
you don't even know.
It's very
It doesn't
beneath the
mean
surface.
anything, but it's a self-help book. I mean,
Right.
the term itself is ridiculous, but
On sale soon
Yeah.
at the
Defo Press,
Defo Press.
Oh, God.
which is in bankruptcy
Oh, God.
in various
Oh, God.
jurisdictions around the country.
It's in bankruptcy. Shocker.
The shorthand for
Exactly.
Defo Press is Depress.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Kim, what's going on in your world? Is there anything that we need to know about? Anything that you're promoting, hyping? You're just living life?
I'm just living life these days.
That's good.
You
How's
know,
Tim?
he's doing great.
Good.
Everybody's good. You know, our daughter just got married.
Oh, wow.
So
Mazel tov.
yeah, thank you.
Where was
So
the wedding?
It was in St. Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, they
nice.
got married on a boat.
St. Thomas High School in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, St. Thomas High School.
Yeah.
No.
Right on the football field. George Smith was officiating.
Destination wedding.
It was, you know,
Is
we
George Smith
went all
still
out.
alive? I hope he's still alive. If not,
I think
okay.
he is.
He retired. Okay. Oh,
Yeah. So other than that, you know, just spending the summer, you know, Emmett's going to be
Emmett,
16
you got-
soon. Yeah.
son
And so
here.
like he's leaving me soon. And so I'm trying to spend as much time with him as I
Okay.
can,
Oh,
you
good.
know, trying to stay healthy. You know
Enjoy
how it is.
those kids, yeah. And
Yeah.
no, I'm glad to see you. You're
I'm glad
looking
to be
very
here.
Healthy.
Thank you. I feel pretty
Defo,
good.
we'll resume
Yeah,
our
what time
Defo
is it?
never looks
festivities.
healthy.
What time's the?
And before we go,
Yeah.
I do have to put in the good word about our friends at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap. It's 525 North Federal Highway, getting ready for another big, great weekend. Their weekend brunches are the talk of the town, the talk of the Let's Eat group. Everybody is happy when they go in there, especially if you add on the unlimited, cocktail package that they have available. Great Southern food, new menu items for the summer.
Wait,
that
they
are
have an unlimited cocktail package.
What are you talking
You're
about?
in Professor's
Yeah,
done.
how much is that?
$25.
$25. Okay.
During
Professor's
Saturday
going
and
right
Sunday
now.
brunch. Now, Sunday
I'll
brunch.
get a couple of my people, and they're going to regret that decision as a business.
$25 add on. You want to go there on Saturday? Come here with us on Sunday. It's going to be a fine
He
weekend.
won't be able to get
Free-
up after Saturday.
Free parking.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm not an amateur in this
parking.
game.
Not anymore.
The garage next door, Batch 525 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. Brandon and Kevin take great care of everybody there. They bend over backwards with the hospitality to make you happy. Food is great. Cocktails are great. We love them at Batch. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, and one final word.
That's it. You
Um,
want to go over the contest again or anything? No.
No, we're done.
All right.
Actually, a somber note. Well, again, this
Everybody
is
come out Sunday.
celebratory
Bob
note.
Newhart
Sunday.
checked out. How about Bob Newhart?
Is
I forgot
everybody
about
in
Bob
for
Newhart,
Sunday?
yeah.
You coming Sunday,
I'm
Dave?
coming Sunday.
One of
yeah.
the great
Right.
drinking games that my brother used to play in college was called Hi Bob. Well, every time they would watch the Bob Newhart show, and every
anytime you
time
said hi, Bob,
somebody said Hi Bob, you would have to chug a beer or
nice.
do a shot. But
they were drunk by the end of the one
yesterday with the news that he
5
passed
minutes
away at age 94. Now
Was
we
he
say
94?
Yeah.
yeah,
Bob
about to be
Newhart checked out?
95.
Yeah.
About to be
Yeah, yeah.
95.
show. Almost as old as you.
So now instead of hi,
Close.
Bob, we're going to say bye, Bob. And I also
Big
want to
number.
put in the word 15 years since my eldest brother David passed, and I always
And
recall
Richard
him.
Hey,
Simmons.
Steve, man.
And
Richard Simmons.
And we'll have a toast to my brother David and Richard Simmons and Bob Newhart and all our departed friends.
Dr. Ruth.
And it's why I say at the end of every show something that Warren Zevon said as he knew he was in his final months, which is enjoy every sandwich.
I thought you were going to say, ooh, werewolves. And
He really enjoyed that meatball sandwich
Werewolves
yesterday.
of
That was his best.